morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the November 8th edition. This is Wednesday. Wednesday, November 8th. Or some people are calling it Vacation Eve. Vacation Eve. We leave tomorrow. Wow. That snuck up on us. So it'll be a fun last 2 of the days. Welcome, Morning Mindset. If this is your first time here or long time, this is what I need to know. This is what I need to know from you. Who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like. For us, I'm not even sure what the temp is here. It's not bad. It's November, so it's not bad. We got a tropical vibe Celsius rocking this morning because we will be in Florida tomorrow. So I will take that. The other thing, 5 things. What are 5 things that you, right there, on the other side, you sitting there, you standing there, you driving, you listening, whatever. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Why do I ask this? It helps me. I need this. I need my list. I've got I've got a list a page long of things that need to get done, but there's 5 that must get done before we leave today. What is that? We got stickers that need to be printed out. We've got DTF that needs to get done. We've got shirts that need to be pressed. Shopify, we're going to talk about that one in a second, and quotes to get out. So invoicing and quotes is one and the same. Some of y'all need to pay up your effing quotes or your invoices. There's a couple people that I helped out with some rush jobs because it was like, okay, here's this. I'm like, okay, here, we're getting in print and set out. I'll send you the invoice. They've always been decent about paying. And I mean, we're talking, there's a couple $1,000s in invoices that I would like to get paid before we go. So those have all been resent out this morning. So pay up, suckers. I get that tattooed on my hand. Pay up, suckers. But that's there. We're going to talk about a few different things today. I got a list of stuff. I got my notes on what's all going on, what I need from you this week, what's going on next week, what's going on the update. Last night's Tuesday with Todd. We're going to talk about that because I got some questions after the show. So I'm going to be happy to answer those. So if you watched last night, let me know in the comments. What did you think of last night's show? Was it great? Was it a bust? Was it in? Was there something you need to know more of? Something you weren't sure of? Let me know in the comments. You know me. I'm open, right? We'll go there. So let's check in and see how people are doing this morning. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. And Sarah, good morning to you. 43 and rainy there in southeast Wisconsin. Brittany was covered in dirty, wet leaves like she was feathered this morning. Time to move. This truck needs a garage. Brittany is the name of her truck, which I'm going to, I think I have that posting going tomorrow. No, it might not be Saturday. Saturday, I have that one going. Do you name your vehicle? And if so, what do you name it? So that's going to be on Saturday's posting thing. So Brittany is her truck, just to let you know. And her 5 things. Process, store orders, order prints, plan production. Boom. Couple of new store builds. Very nice. Set up sticker files. Sweet. Work on setting up barcode system for the store. Ooh, that sounds fun. And set up a new laptop. You've had that laptop for way too long. So what's another day of not setting it up? But I'm glad that it's on your list and it should get done today. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, where it's 39 degrees, headed to the mid-40s. Cloudy, drinking hot tea and water in the bottle. Barb's 5 things. She's got DTF. She's got to add wall monitor for the X-Tool laptop. I'm right there with you on that, Barb. Quotes, work on a couple designs and set up embroidered machines for Capron. So our S1, I'm spinning it. Where it's on the table is fine now, but if I want to do the conveyor and all that stuff's coming, so I'll need to turn it the other way to make it work, but it doesn't work in its current configuration like that. So I need to set it up. And I think on the table that it is, I think when we get back, I'm going to build a stand for it so that way I can put a monitor right there. And now it's all in one piece. So it'll be on the corner. It can spin this way if I'm that way or that way. We'll see how it all plays out. I don't know. We're going to do our best with it, but I'm right there with it on it. T-Town, good morning to you in Toledo, where it is 44 and rainish with OJ in the cup. Fun fact. Orange juice and me do not get along. I need low acid orange juice. Otherwise, I have heartburn all day long. And I love me some orange juice. Oh, I love me some orange juice, but it does not agree with me. I got to get the low acid kind of and then I'm okay with it. Chuck, what's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. 64 and sunny there in Florida. Chuck, I'll see you Friday, right? Down there in Florida. Water in the cup this morning. And why will I see Chuck on Friday? Well, because Friday, my friends, Friday is going to be the TRW Takeover. And I'm going to post a link for it. If you are in the area, I guess I need to make sure I find that right here so I have it. There's a sign-up form. And why do we need you to do the sign-up form? Because we're doing some giveaways. And if you didn't sign up, you're not going to get the giveaway. So if you are in the Florida area on Friday, in the Bradenton area, stop on down and see us. We'll be at the Rhinestone World What is their address there in Bradenton? 2077 58th Avenue, Circle E in Bradenton, Florida. We'll be there from 10 to 2. The sign-up form, I believe I just posted. Go there, Google form, right-click, copy-paste, and then come see us. Sign up, get a grab bag. You didn't sign up, you're not getting a grab bag or whatever. Door prizes or whatever it was, you're not getting that because you didn't sign up for it. But that's Friday, 2 days from now. 2 days from now. In fact, it'll be 48 hours from now. We'll be setting up and ready to open up the doors for that. So kind of, not really stressing about that at all. Not at all. Not at all. And Barb's giving her good mornings to Tim, Darren, and Sarah. Yeah, I think you did get it right. And what's up, Chuck? Barb's getting that out to you. T-Down's 5 things today. Had to go give blood work, so hopefully all is well on that. Stop by McDonald's for breakfast. What do you get from McDonald's? What's your go-to? I'm a sucker for the bacon and cheese biscuits, but I'm a fat guy, so one never does it, which is why I don't like it. I need like 4 of them, but I'll do one. But that's the hash brown. Hash between a Hardee's hash, the hash browns and the McDonald's hash patty. That's a toss up of which one I like. But I like the hash browns from Hardee's or what is it, Carl Jr. if it's in your area. And then I bring it back and I have some spices I put on it. Now we're talking fat guy talk. Now embroidering for hockey guy. Need to set up engraving on tumblers. Also need to put a raffle basket together for a sports program I did work for so they can raffle off. Awesome. And Barb's getting a good morning there from Sarah and Jerry. Good morning to you. Renee, good morning. 49 in Chicagoland, water in the bottle, coffee in the tumbler. You're going to have to catch the majority on team replay. Well, you go do the off to rush for my mom's initial DBS candidate testing. We're crossing our fingers for you. And, while you're sitting there, you know how to get a hold of us. You know that. FU Facebook user. Hey, Facebook and Streamer don't always play nice. When that happens, you become FU. So if you go to here, fatdadlive.com, that gets you into the YouTube side of things while you were there. Like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, the comments. I'm telling you, those likes, hit that. And if you don't like it, what is it? Hit it twice. Hit the thumbs down twice if you don't like it. How's that work? Anyway, the more you do that, the more engagement. Everything is good to roll with that. Kelly, good morning to you. 37 out there. Wowzers. That's way cold for you. Darren's got 55 and sunny in Topeka. 5 things. Rush order in New Jersey that was dropped off last night. Deliver order products. Birthday lunch with friends. Your birthday, Darren? It's your birthday. Happy birthday. I know we have a bunch of November birthdays. Why? All of our parents got busy on Valentine's Day, but I'm the one that, November 14th. Just saying, parents got married on Valentine's Day, 1977. I was born November 14th, 1977. That's 9 months to the day. Just saying. Birthday lunch with friends and figure out internet still. Are you having issues? What's up with that? Kelly's 5 things. Making ornaments, signs, quotes and invoicing, UV printing, sublimation. That sounds like a very fun day. I got on my list UV printing too. We've got we're going to talk about that here this afternoon. This show. T-Don says, I watched the whole show. I was cooking and still working. Didn't put much into the show in comments. Not a problem. But what did you think? Was there some good info in there? I think, the overall thing is, technology is changing, right? And the way that we're able to use it in our business. I'll get through the comments. I'll come back to it and before, so I don't get everybody else out there. Diana, good morning. Let's see. BBS engraving. So BBS engraving, gotcha. 75 to 80. Very nice. Laser engraved some portfolios, laser engraved some barrel heads, laser engraved some wood animal mounts. You're walking it. Do wholesale pricing for local company and buy and do UPC codes for gas station. That, Diana, sounds like an amazing day right there. You need the Husky tables. It's on wheels. It's super solid and has the drawers for your accessories. I got a table, Sarah. I got a big old table that it's on, and it's got a shelf underneath it, and it's got everything there for it. I think I'm good on the table. Quit trying to get me to buy more stuff when I'm trying to condense space. You're trying to make me spend money, Sarah. Don't make me spend money. All right. And let's see. I agree, Sarah. Most of my tables are Husky adjustable. I also have a couple Husky Workman's cabinets. I do like those cabinets. Those are pretty legit. Darren prefers Hardee's sausage, egg, and biscuit. Large Coke, no ice. The biscuits from Hardee's, those are amazing. Was messing with my M1 and cannot find good settings for cut my poly twill for applique. I think I'll just use it for cutting and do the cutting. Might still try to use the M1 because it has, get it right here, Get it. Where was it? More to it? Was there more to it? But it has what? I've got Ramona sent me some fabric, and we're going to try and cut that and see where everything is on it. So I think we'll be good to go. Brian's got a great question here. What's the latest I can order DTF? Whenever you want, homie. Here's the goal. So yesterday, yesterday was a busy day. The new website should be live sometime this afternoon. Now, anybody that orders through the old website, as long as the orders are placed by Sunday at midnight, I can submit everything to print by Monday, Monday morning. So we're good on that. But it looks like we got the final pieces in place. We're just testing things out today, and then it'll turn right on. So once it turns right on, you'll be able to place orders. And it's the only things that we have listed on there now are the 3 sizes of the gang sheets and the builder. That's the only things that are on there. So, while we were gone, next week, any order that is placed on there has to have artwork with it or has to be done through the builder. Anything that's quotes, anything like that, it's just going to have to wait until we get back. But if you have your artwork ready to go, you can use the gang sheet builder. That'll be ready to go. So you can build out your own gang sheets, or you can upload your own as well. And there'll be the 3 sizes to it. When on the old site, when you click on DTF, all that's going to pop up is a link to the new site once we have everything ready to go. But we were testing things out on their end. It looks well. I was nervous because I wanted to have this, a week ago so we could run through the process and make sure all was well. But I was reassured everything's working fine on their end. And as long as, they have the access that they need, if problems arise while we're gone, they'll take care of it for me. So that's really awesome because otherwise from Monday morning, I'm going to be without internet Monday, Tuesday, or let's go Monday afternoon. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until Friday we get there. So 4 days, no internet, shut the world out. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, I'm stressed out about that, but we should be good to go. So currently there shouldn't be any hiccups. We should be fine. Everything should work and submit your orders through. But, hey, that's just what you submit your orders. We're going to put them down there. A cutter. What? Oh yeah, that was the back end of that because it has a cutter. Got it. Yeah, and we're gonna test it out on that with the applique. I believe that's what it was, isn't it? Jerry says, enjoy your vacation. 48 degrees and cloudy in Ohio. I'm not. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Which I need a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. That's what I had. I think it was a bacon egg, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the texture of the McGriddle itself. Speaking of fences, good morning, Jenny from Elkhart, Indiana. 44 chili, water in the cup. Darren, yesterday was happy belated birthday, Darren. Thank you, happy birthday, and I think everybody's there. Ryan, good morning to you. Ryan, I'm still not getting. I'm gonna try it again today, and not sub and resub because I didn't get that notification from last Monday, or if you did one yesterday, I didn't get it either. So we're going to try that again and see how it is. But thanks. Going into good. Let me finish up with these here with the comments, and I think we'll be good here. Great info last night. Jerry's 5 things: finish cups, update Equid ornaments, watch TWT replay, clean work area. Brian said, I like what I heard last night. Need to watch the second half of it. Love it. Darren said he was on duty and started to watch it and got a call. That's why we have him online. You can go back and watch it, right? Ooh, Burger King for breakfast. The croissant. I haven't had a Burger King breakfast probably 10 years. I don't know. It's been a long time for it. Just a small garage fire. Well, that's any fire. Like small garage fire to me is big different than a small garage fire to you. Mine's like a candle. Anything more than that, it's crazy. Jerry's got a question. Does Equid have a review app that isn't $1 zillion to use? Yeah, there's one on there. Let me look and see if I can find it. Let me add it to my notes, Jerry, because we've got one, a review app. I'll send you the one that we got. Hearty Cinnamon Raisin Biscuit is back. Ooh, Cindy, that's good. I've already talked to Cindy about artwork and orders this morning. Dinah, there she is. Do laser engraving on barrel heads, portfolios. Okay, yep, we got that through there. Jack in the Box. We don't have, Midwest. We don't have Jack in the Box. We don't have In and Out. So I don't have either one of those to even try. Let's see. And Ellen, do you have an affiliate link for the S1? I absolutely do have an affiliate link for the S1. Thank you for asking that. Let me, I can grab it real quick and put it in here. Where is it at? Show link. Let's see. Yeah, because I think you can still use the code. You might still be able to use this code too. Let's see, yep. Let me pull this up here. It will be in the comments on YouTube side, so you can either, right click, copy, paste, do whatever you need to do. Those are in there. Yep, yeah, there it is. And oh my gosh, I love Burger King breakfast. It's been forever. I couldn't tell you the last time I had it. So much for sunny, super dense fog of the house. Must be a big wreck on the highway. My normally empty road is bumper to bumper. Well, that's not good. You're welcome, Jerry. All right. So here's what we got. Last night, we were talking AI and social media and building out your social ads and showing how our program with Better with Marketing helps do that for you. So, if you're interested in that, I'm going to put the link. You just go to betterwithmarketing.com, and that's all you need to do is schedule a call with Bob, and he is going better with. What am I doing? I can't spell this morning, folks. I can't spell. Schedule a call with Bob, and once you're done with your call with that, he will send you over the prompt that we use, and I believe it's a pretty killer prompt. But on that social media side of things, on that marketing side of things, when you look at, they said we got the thing for MailChimp where they're raising their prices for it. When you start adding all the other little things that you do here and this and that post and this and here, combine them all together, most times what you're spending is more than what our system does for you, and our system does even more. So schedule up a call if you're interested, about really moving your marketing. Go with that, and then be able to see what we can do for you. But last night was a lot of it, and one of the big things I want people to take away is all this new technology that's come along, all this AI stuff that's being built out. Any of the tools that you use. So any of like an email service, a text message service, any of your things like Monday or Trello or name some of the other ones, any of your Zapier stuff. That stuff is only as good as you, right? It's only as good as the prompts that you put in there or the input that you put in. Like, you can have a digital thing like Trello where here I can, this is going to walk me through the process. But if you're physically not doing that, where it's going through the process and it's there, or coming with a system that's able to do it, it's no good to you. If you're not updating it with information, it's not going to be any good to you. I don't care how good of a system somebody says something, and it's still only as good as you, the user, using it, right? You have to make sure on prompts, on any of the AI stuff, the better prompt that you can use, the better information you're going to get in. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. You want to have the best information given to it, so it gives you the best replies for things. So really keep that in mind on some of the stuff when you say, hey, it's not working, it's not going from there. I mean, we hear that with marketing all the time. Facebook ads don't work. Well, okay, then we ask people, who are you targeting that? And they're like, well, everybody from 35 to 45. I'm like, well, that doesn't work because you're sending it out to everybody. It's no different than spending all your money on a billboard or a newspaper ad or a radio ad, or where it's just everybody and you're not in front of your target audience. Define your target audience. That's the goal. Before any marketing, before you spend any dollars on anything, define who you're trying to get that ad in front of, because then you're just sending it to them. You don't want to send, here's my deer processing stuff to the vegans. They'll freak out. You just want it to deer hunters. So it just makes sense. Find who your market is, your target market, and go that way with it. I mean, it's just that simple, right? It's not crazy. Like that should make sense to everybody. It's no different when a customer sends to you, I want a shirt. Okay, what kind of shirt? What style, what size, what color, what are we putting on this, what's prints? We need a lot more information. So the more information you get, the better results you have. So set up for that. Something else that came across was, they're asking about books and things of that nature, of where we're reading and what we're going through. And even like this, with the 100 million leads and the 100 million offers, we can read these all we want. But until we're putting things in place, we're just readers, right? We're just consumers of knowledge. We're not implementers of knowledge. So we can read and read and read, but if you're not putting in, if you're not implementing what you're learning, then it's nothing, right? You're soaking up the knowledge. You're a sponge, but you're not putting anything back. So you really want to make sure that, that you're getting something from it, that you're implementing it, because why else? Why else are you doing that? It doesn't mean a whole lot other than to say, I read that book. Okay, well, are you doing anything from it? Well, no, because this and this didn't really fall, but I learned this and this. Okay, cool. Hey, all right, are you implementing it? No, why? Because I just haven't made the time to. So really make that time. If you're making the time to invest in reading books, taking courses, signing up for, I got one. Oh, I'm going to post it in the $1 Million group because it was who is the Queen of Evergreen, Brittany Long, is putting out something. I think it was pretty cheap. It was like $30 or something. And I hope it wasn't this week. I thought it was next week. But I need to post that there for it. But there's a lot of that stuff where you're paying for it. Take some knowledge from it. Take some uses from it. You need to, if you're spending money on things, by all means, implement those things for it. Then last night, as we were going through that system and we were showing, how Bob sets up ads for people, and it was just, we fumble our way through it, because it was just here on the fly. Yep. Let's put something together there. It wasn't scripted out of like, okay, Bob, here, this is what we're going to talk about. And this is what we're going to do. And this is how things we're going to put out there for it. And we're going to move this in here. So everything's going to be perfect. Let's do a real world one. So that way we can, show how it works. And so that leads me into kind of, that how do I say this without coming across as the a-hole? And I might come across as the a-hole, but it's going to be, don't teach. Okay, fine. I'll say just don't teach a lie. There are so many gurus out there, that I've said, especially as I'm looking at new things, like on this AI side of stuff where the people aren't really using it. They're just like, oh, we're here regurgitating the prompt out of it, or people are telling you how to do it. They're teaching you a lie. Because they're not doing those things. They're not out there, putting their actions into work. You got to teach what you live. Like me, you see, here's the stuff that we use. Here's the products that we sell. Here's the affiliates that we want you to use because we use them. We're not going to try and have you use stuff that we're not using or we're not behind. We want you to be, just like us with that. We're a part of it. We're not just doing it to do it. We're not saying what you should do while we are doing something else. Really look at that on some of that stuff when you're signing up because you're going to see a lot of stuff between now and the rest of the month. A lot of these things are going to have Black Friday specials where there's going to be, great pricing on masterminds, great pricing on training, great pricing on all of our best offers for one low price. You're going to see all that stuff. That's what's going to happen. All these digital content creators, you're going to see a ton of courses, a lot of stuff. And it's going to be cheap price. Buy it all. Like, set your limit on it, buy it all, but learn something from it. But at that same time, you need to see that they are doing it well. Like if we're not practicing what we preach, then, what are we, right? Are we just chasing that dollar down? Is that somebody who's offering that to you doing? So just ask those questions, go into it knowing what you're going to get out of expected. I mean, I've taken $1,000 courses, $2,000 courses. I think the most I've spent on one was $3,000, and it was still feeling like it missing something, and that missing something was the next tier that was a $5,000 or $10,000 tier. And some of those smaller ones, not to toot my own horn, but I knew the information from it. And even the presenter was like, well, you didn't need to take this. I'm like, so does that mean I get my $1,000 back? And they said, no, because you signed up for it. And that's the thing is, yeah, I took a couple little things off from it, but the knowledge that was being shared with it, I already knew. And so you're going to run into things like that. Try not to, but hey, it just happened. So, be there. The other thing is that we were talking about going live and, putting things out there. This was in a private group conversation that I had. There's some friends and we're like, hey, let's do this. Why aren't you going live with stuff? And they're like, because I don't know what to say or I don't know what to do. And I'm like, just get on there and be yourself, right? Be fun, be energetic. I mean, I screw stuff up all the time, right? I do this 3 to 5 times a week I'm on here. And how many times do I screw up? Or how many times does the computer not play along? Or the internet drops out? Or the wheel of names doesn't want to spin? Or something like that, right? Those are just issues that you're going to have. And some of those are my best content creations. And why? Because it shows the realness of our business, right? We're real people. We're not selling you a dream in hopes that you're gonna do this. We're like, dude, here's my nightmare. Welcome to it. Buckle up and grab a drink because you're in for a hell of a ride. That's just how this works. Being a small business owner is not always fun and games. It's not always sunshine and rainbows, but it doesn't always have to be 24/7 work. I mean, you're able to work as much as you want and don't want. Like for us, I mean, Monday through Friday, I work come the weekends, that's the time for the family. Like that's, to me, that's when our kids play ball. That's when our friends do stuff. That's when we get together. And if I need to work, I will. But I don't want my business running me. I want me running my business. Now, this past week has been a little crazier, and working from 4 in the morning till 9 at night because we're not going to be here. And I don't plan on doing a whole lot, but there's jobs that needed to go out. There's things that needed to get done. And so, yeah, we worked a little harder to get those. But the majority of times, when Friday comes, hey, that's my day to set appointments, my day for meetings, my day for all of that stuff, and no issues there. And I kind of lay off. Then the Saturday and Sunday, those are my recharge days. That's when, if we've got events to go to, things we're going to do, that's what we do. And if I need to work something, Sunday during football, we're not really have much going on. Sure, I can fire up the laptop and work, but I don't need to. I choose to do it. I don't let my business run me. And I hope you're not letting your business run you. I hope you're not letting somebody, pressure you into saying, hey, you need to do this. Corey and I had a talk of like, here's what's going on. I make you a list and here's the thing that needs to get done. We have come to the, understanding that I don't mess with any of the ordering anymore. I don't mess with any of the shipping anymore. I stay out of that. She has her systems. She has her ways to have it set up. And I need to stay the hell out of there because I will screw up that system. And I'm perfectly fine with that. We know that there's times when things need to get done. We know when cutoff times are, and there's that. But I'm not going to say, hey, why didn't this get done? Where's this? What's going on with it? I will when it's past it. Like, hey, what's going on with this? I mean, I've screwed up stuff where I'm like, what is this? I completely printed out the wrong stuff. And we're both like, where is this order going? What is going on with it? And it was because I hit a wrong date and I just grabbed the wrong file because there was one number off between it. And okay, we figured it out. I screwed it up. And, there they all right there, ready to roll. That I'll never use. It's just one of those things. Things happen. But the reason that I took the pay cut to do this, was because I wanted that free time. I wanted to be able to, if we wanted, and in my free time I wanted to attend more trade shows. I couldn't do that at my current job. I only had 2 weeks vacation. So unless a trade show fell, that was within driving distance, I could take a Friday and use a week's vacate, use my personal days and things like that. I couldn't. And for whatever reason, they were a little, you're doing this to go to better your business. Well, maybe this one gets, denied this time. But, there's that. Now, look, we travel, Corey will officially be out of the country 4 times, this time next week, right? 4 times this year. Our business has allowed for that. It allows for, she puts in hard work. She reaps the benefits of it. If you're working 24/7 and things aren't changing, then you are working on the wrong things. If you have goals set and you're not hitting these goals, what's the problem? Most of the time it's you. If you're not hitting those goals you need to hit, it's you. Is it the way that you are trying to sell stuff? Is it your pricing is too high or too low? What do you mean too low? Hey, some people won't buy low prices because they think it's cheap and that they're going to get screwed out of it. So, you don't really know what your numbers are and stuff. When you look at certain aspects of your life of what you want to do and how you want to get there, yes, sacrifices do need to be made at times, but sacrifices do not need to be made on a daily basis, a weekly basis. They just don't. If you're getting to that point, things need to change. Streamline your processes, get rid of stuff, bring people on, right? To me, I want to be an employee of the business. I don't want to be a slave to the business. I want to collect my paycheck. I want to work my hours. I'll go home. I don't see any issue with that. To me, that's how it should be. That's how you should all be setting up your businesses for. And yes, just like in a normal job, there's times that you could work overtime. And sometimes there was mandatory overtime to get jobs done. You're still going to have that as a business owner. You're still going to have those late nights, early mornings, those jobs that must go out, those rush things like that. But you don't want that to be the continuous basis. And why do I say that? Well, because I don't want you to hate what you're doing. I don't want you to fall into that like, oh, great, I got to be here till 11 o'clock tonight doing this again. I can't stand this. Okay, what can we do to change that? I don't know. It starts with you. At the end of the day, it starts with you. And before I keep going off on more tangenty stuff, we'll check in and see how. What are your thoughts on that? Give me your feedback on all of this stuff that I just word vomited, as Sarah would tell me so often. Let's see. Hardee's has a brisket biscuit a few years ago. That was the best. A brisket biscuit, man. I don't ever had that. Yeah, right. No Jack in the Box. Do you drive through have something similar like Carl's Jr.'s and Hardee's? So, uh, Hardee's is Hardee's is our Carl Jr. Just like Checkers is our Rallies. But yeah, no Jack in the Box, no In and Out. For us, what do we have here? So we've got on the breakfast stuff like that. You've got your Wendy's, you've got your Hardee's, you've got your McDonald's, you've got your Checkers. Then you've got like your Raisin Cane, you've got your Portellos, you've got what's the other thing? The Culver's. Culver's doesn't have breakfast. They got custard though. They got the best custard. Culver's. You probably don't have Culver's, so eat that. Eat that, West Coast non-Culver's having. Take that. We got custard. Now what's up? There it said, and still no internet at the house. 3 days. They never. They're probably trying to reach you on the internet line. That's right. Yeah, that's how it works. True words never been spoken. Don't teach a lie. I try not to. Like you guys have seen us. We are an open book. Like the ups and the downs of the business. Our struggles. Our excesses, our successes. When things are going on, what we're bringing, what we're doing. We try and keep you on the loop on that. We want to be as transparent as possible. And sometimes that isn't the best thing. People. We get called out. Hey, if I'm going to go live 3 times a week, I should expect to get called out on stuff. And that's why I have to live my life the way I do and say the things I do and back it up with the things that we have to show. When somebody asked in a group, is it possible to run a business without doing any screen printing? And I said, absolutely. I said 6-figure business, 5 years, no issues at all. And somebody else is like, I call BS. I'm like, I will show you the financials. I don't have a problem with that. Like, here's what it is. Like, you don't need much more than a heat press and you can have $100,000 business. You're going to have to put in some work. You're going to have to go get some jobs. You're going to have to do things like that, but you don't need to invest in a DTF printer. You don't need to invest in a sublimation printer. You don't need to invest in an embroidery machine. You don't need to invest in a wide format printer. You don't need to invest in a screen printing equipment. You don't need to invest in that. You can start with a simple, easy to use heat press and you can get there. And it's just by buying transfers and then subbing out work that you don't do. You do that, it'll be fine. And we can get you there. So that's where I said, that's my knowledge set. That's where we come from. That's what I can help people do. When some of the other ones are like, hey, here's a $10 million business, we can get you here. Really? Can you? Hey, we can help you become successful at this. Really? Can you? A lot of these ones where they're like, hey, these are the things that we want to reach to you. Like here, like here's this course. When you're done with this, you're going to know this, this, and this. Because there's a difference between paying for a service and paying for knowledge, right? Paying for a service, I'm giving you money and I'm going to get something in return. If I'm paying a marketing company and they're taking care of my emails, they're taking care of my posts, they're taking that, I'm getting time in return. I'm paying them to do something that gives me my free time. Now, on the other side, I'm paying knowledge to learn something. On those, I've often wondered, hey, if you say, I'm going to make this, or this afterwards. Okay. So if that's the case, why can't we partner up? And instead of me making this, or this afterwards, that you just get a percentage of every sale until this is paid off times 2. So you'll get more money back from it. A lot won't do it, right? Because they're like, well, hey, I can't do that. Why? Like if you feel your knowledge is so valuable in that aspect, why can't you? If you're teaching me how to do this, hey, that's then there's that. And we've thought about that with some of the things that we're looking at doing, by helping create, setting up the website, setting that up. Yeah, you want us to do it for you. We can show you and be a partner with you, but we want a portion of all those sales. And then people are like, oh, well, I can figure it out myself at that. But give that option. I just don't want people to go down these rabbit holes, these training classes, these gurus, these masterminds. You're going to find what works for you. And sometimes you're going to have those, that you're going to be a little resistant to change. Like just because you're like, there. And you're going to have to change on a lot of things. You're going to have to change who you are, your processes, the way you do things, the way you interact with people. But if it doesn't feel right to you, that's fine. Bounce, dip out of there. There's no problem with that. You got to make sure that it resonates with you and that you're feeling it. Because if you're not feeling something, you're just not going to do it. It's like pick out your hobby versus the thing that you hate. like the thing that you hate, you dread doing it. You put off, you can't, oh my God, I'm going to wait another week for this. I'm not going to do it. The hobby that you love, you can't wait to get in there and do it. So when it becomes something that you hate doing, just dump it and move on. It's not you, it's not them. It's just this. It's just not melding together for it. Let's see. Let's see. Where else was I? Sarah said, my parents always taught me to lead by example, aka practice what you preach. What is going on, you pineapple-y goodness? Sparkling starfruit. It's got to be the starfruit and pineapple. It's giving me a little heartburning stuff there. Brian says, I know a lot of things, but it's all still in implementation. Absolutely. Like I know a crap ton, and I've forgotten a crap ton more. And it's implementing it, like stumbling on that, the analysis paralysis. Like, okay, how do I do this? What is? I mean, look, we've been working on Shopify for 3 months now, and we finally think that it's what it needs to do to make it beneficial to our business. And one of the things, like during the conversation last night, was once we know this works, cut sew is going to be added on there. Wide format sublimation for blankets is going to be on there. We're going to be able to the UV DTF we'll have available by the end of the month. So UV DTF stickers, those will be available by the end of the month. They'll actually be available next week, but since I'm not here, I'm going to go down to our print facility the last week of November, and we're going to get in there. We're going to go check out our partnership and see how everything is working, get some video content for you and walk you through all that. But that is happening by the end of the month. All of that allows for that. I'm able to work with some of other printers on stuff that we're not able to do and add their stuff to the site. So I need to implement these things to make it happen. If I want to spend next summer and travel a little bit more, I need to make sure things are happening. Brian says, if you are only working, you don't have a business, you have an underpaid job. Exactly. An underpaid job at that, because especially now when you look around and you see what things are going, like we, through our neighborhood, and, hey, we're here in the Midwest, we're not fancy by any means. House is probably 150,000 now, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, little all in, 1,800 square feet, big lot, end of court, good neighborhood, nothing ridiculous. And some people are like, oh my God, you are poor as poor can be, because that wouldn't buy us anything here. Well, that's because you live in a rich area. It sucks. That's one of the reasons that it's tough for me to look at things and move. I'm like, God, for what we have here, we can't get anywhere else. But where the hell was I going with that? Oh, so we were taking the kids to school, and they were remodeling a house up on the way, and they're putting it up for rent. Now, 10 years ago, in our neighborhood, in our edition, rent for, a 3-2 was about $800 on it. Rent on that one is going to be $1,800. And I'm like, where in the hell are these people working? And $1,800 a month for a rental payment? Like, why ain't you getting a house for that? So really, the things are changing. Minimum wage is going up. I saw somebody post that, a McDonald's meal, a single meal for McDonald's was $15. When everything else is going up, we know that we're not raising our prices to meet that. We know we're not paying ourselves what we're really worth, because when you compare what things are now, minimum wage on, $15 an hour, that's $30-some thousand a year minimum wage. You're worth double that, so you should be making $70,000. Are you making $70,000 in your business? See, we start looking at the world around you and realize, man, we are severely underpaid. And he says, I do 9 to 5 Tuesday through Friday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. So and it takes off Sunday and Monday, right? And that's it. There's times, I bet, when you need to, you work longer, right? You stay a little later, come in a little earlier, because jobs need to get done. That's just like anything else. You work that overtime when things need to happen, but you have your time set. I'm telling you, it's no pun. Oh, Butterburger from Culver's. Yeah. Add that bacon to it. Some cheese curds. Now we are talking. Did I miss a dad joke? Did I miss you? Did you? Let's see. I called you on the podcast Sunday. I'm sure I'll do the same tomorrow too. Don't forget to watch out for that. But I don't have the link for it. As soon as you have the link, post it up. And when is that tomorrow? Is that tomorrow evening? Tomorrow during the day? Travel day for us tomorrow. I think we got to be at the airport at. It's going to be. Our flight's not until I think 10. Now we got to be at the airport, a couple hours before. I don't know. We'll get to the airport at like 8. So I think our flight's at 9:30 or something. And then we fly into Sanford. We send that into Orlando, and then we'll go pick up Pilar, and then we're heading to TRW to set up for it. So as we're driving across the state, ta-da, we got some stuff to listen to. Which also tomorrow reminds me, tomorrow is the last day for Reggie nominations. We would love your nomination, but hey, guess what? Even if you don't give it to us, there are I'd love to see a lot of the new people out there get on these lists. So, go in there. I'm going to post the link in here, and then we'll go ahead and get that in there. Get in your nominations for it and do that. Where did it go? Get in there. Right click, copy, paste, go to that. You'll see a post here today, probably tomorrow. Get all in there, because then, hey, when we're at the live on Friday, we might get to hear our name announced. So hey, that's always cool. To me, that's always cool for it. I guess I could share the YouTube channel it'll be on. He said I'll have a link tonight, maybe. As soon as you get the link, post it up, and we will share that for sure. Jerry's right. Outsourcing is live as well. It's kept me business going since 99. 1,000%. You don't need to do everything. Like, a lot of people are switching their business where they're not. Let me just be the salesman. Let me be the salesman. I can sell more because I'm not working on the process side. I'm not working on the production side of it. Like, here, I can sell embroidery hats to this person. I can sell full coverage blankets to this person. I can send towels to that person. I can do screen printing with this person. I can do all of this. I can get my team together of my partnerships that we work together, and I can sell. And then all of them are working at the same time for me. When we were going through DTF last night, we were talking, I said, in the calendar year, what am I going to spend with you? $100,000? And they're like, yeah, at least. And I'm like, so I think that's a good partnership, right? I mean, if I'm spending $100,000 with you, I think, to me, that's a good partnership. Maybe on some others, it's not, because they have $1 million partners. But to me, it's like, here's what we bring to the table. What can we do with this? So if we're able to create more and offer more without me doing more work, I'm all on board. And I think that's how everybody is. Exactly. It's all about connections and partnerships. Absolutely. And there's a lot of you that I buy stuff from that I know you don't produce it. And I could probably go find it from somebody else that's doing it. But because you're friends of ours, because you're the one who has that service, I don't care where it gets from. All I know is I order it from you and it shows up, and I'm happy with that. There's a lot of that where I just don't care. I don't care where it comes from. I'm buying from the person. The person that supports me is the person I want to support. Now, granted, some of the things we do ourselves, so I can't buy those. But the things that we don't, I'm like, hey, how can we support you? There's times where a lot of you guys make some really cool stuff, and I'm like, oh, where's that at? What's the link for it? And oh, it's on our Etsy store. Show it off. In fact, I know for a fact that I ordered from somebody, and now I should go back and find it. I ordered from somebody, and I've never received that. And I even said how cool it was, and they had it on their Etsy. I'm like, I really like that. Let me order it from you. And I'd never see. I just thought about that now. But yeah, if you have Etsy shops and you're showing stuff off, even though we can make stuff, it's just sometimes a lot easier for me to order that stuff, right? Instead of going to find the artwork, now I got to bring the artwork in. Now I got to print the DTF. Now I got to press the shirt, and yada 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 yada. Sometimes it's easier just to buy the stuff, and I'm all about that. Dana said, yeah, it's all about the connections and partnerships. Darren, cornhole boards. I hate making them and wasn't making any money, so I quit making them. And what part of it did you hate doing, Darren? For us, because we did them, 12 years ago, and it was just the biggest thing to me was the painting process. It was like the painting and waiting, that part of it. We're outlining in this, we're putting here, we're putting this sticker on it, we're like that. The whole finishing process, the building process was easy. We had the system down. Boom, here's our templates to do. Drill the hole, boom, sand. Then it came to the painting, and that was where I was just like, oh, they just can't make enough money to make this work. And I was over it. It's like, here, I'll provide this half of you, but I'm out, man. I'm out. Barb says, best course I took was through Joyce Jager. Yes, Joyce Jager, the embroidery coach. Yeah, I've heard a ton of great stuff about hers, and I know a lot of people have taken it that have got a wealth of knowledge from it. It really streamlined and organized my business, the concepts I use for other parts of my business. And that's something Barb makes a great point here. A lot of these classes and a lot of these things that you can take and do, while maybe it's embroidery focused, like this one was, the principles are the same across your business. You just apply it to the different substrates. So when it comes to business stuff, that can be applied to anything. So say there's a restaurant management course, or there's some kind of production stream, stuff. How can you take that and use it in your business? So yes, 1,000%. Joyce is like the gold standard in embroidery. Yep, she is super awesome. We have someone who buys wholesale and retail and marks up 10 to 15% over MSRP. No way am I making custom orders for less than my pricing. I don't blame you at all. I'm not. My pricing is what it is, and you're either going to pay it or you're not. And there are things that we sell under that so people can resell, but it's because they're buying in quantity, right? You're doing this. And some of the personalization stuff is pretty easy because it's just all template based. So we can plug in their list of stuff and it'll print it out and go from it. 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central. So that'd be 8 o'clock Eastern, because I'll be in the Eastern time zone in Florida in a camper. That's right. Hattie's getting her little wish, and we're going to be staying in a camper for 2 days. So this will be an interesting thing. This will be the test of is a camper going to work for us? So camper tomorrow night. I don't even know what to say to that. Yes. Have you noticed that McDonald's don't call their meals value meals anymore? Just count them. Yeah, they're not value. Like I remember, what was it, like the all-American value meal? It was like $3 or $4. Or it was like you got like a double cheeseburger, a fries, and a drink, and I think it was like $2.25, or it was cheap. And okay, cool. And even like on the what was it, Wendy's? They're like the 4 for $4, like cheap, and that's like now 4 for $6. So everything is going up. Why are we not raising our prices to follow along with that? There was a conversation that somebody said yesterday that they were charging, I think it was $30 for a Gildan crew neck with their logo on it, and they felt that the customer is getting ripped off at that. And I said, well, there's a lot of different things in it. While you may feel that the customer's getting ripped off, others will feel that the customer is ripping you off by charging any less from it. There's two sides to everything. And when somebody says, you're just trying to rate customers or screw them over because, I know what that costs, and is it? But why is it nobody has a problem, dropping $100 on a Nike hoodie that has a little Nike logo right here? That's it, a swoosh that's been heat applied, and that's it. But because of the name and the brand, they're like, yeah, that's I'm gonna spend it on it. So, we got to, if we start thinking of ourselves that way, value your product, value what you have, and put it on there. If you're selling a $30 crew neck with your logo on it, by all means, sell them. If they're selling, keep selling it for it. I'm not going to say you should lower your price. Who am I to tell you what to do in your business and lower your price? You get that bag. Get as much as you can for every job, because I would rather do that than, think about it. Do I want to sell 20 things at $1 or one thing at 20? That one thing at 20, make the same amount. I'm not dealing with all those single dollar people. So, just do what's best for you. Don't listen to, as I tell you things, don't listen to what other people say. Yes, listen to what some people say, but always weigh the options. Is it going to work for you or not going to work for you? Because some of the things I say, people are like, you're an idiot, and I'm down. I'm cool with that. So said amen to that. We easily spend $60 on just 3 kids and Steve and I to eat Taco Bell, and that's cheap. That's why you don't eat Taco Bell, one. And remember, since the fall of 1994, I have had Taco Bell 3 times. I've had food poisoning 2 times. 1 time, not so much, but still, I can tell you the last Taco Bell I ate here. I can tell you the last 3, Taco Bell and me, not so much. And Diana said, time is money. The more you spend producing, the less you make. Absolutely. Which, how many times do we see that with people where they are promoting something that just takes a long time? We'll see that in, let's say in embroidery, it's this big old piece here, and I don't know, a boatload of stitches on it. You can only do 4 of them an hour, or screen printing, something with like 12, 13 colors on it. It's like, yeah, that stuff looks awesome, but if it takes forever to do and your pricing isn't right and you don't like doing it, why are you showing it off? I've told the story. Mine was slates. Like I could not get on our old press, I could not get slates to come out for crap. And I'd say for every 3 we got done, 1 to 2 were bad. So it was horrible. We were just losing money on it. So I just like, we're done. I'm not going to do these anymore because it just wasn't working the way it needed to. Boom, done. I'm not going to promote things I don't like doing, that I can't do in an efficient manner that allows me to make the most possible. Like profit is not a dirty word, not by any means. You should be getting that bag, kids. Make as much as you can, Asaf. Janessa, good morning to you. And Sarah said, I like the post I saw the other day about how small business is too expensive until it comes to sponsorships, donations. Yeah, that's 100% right. When we've said that, and I've said that here to people, when schools especially come to ask us for donations, I ask them who their printer is, because, we don't print for all the schools. And so I ask them who their printer is. As long as it's a printer in our area, hey, okay, what can we help with? You're supporting local. When they use out of our area printers, they're not even supporting local. So I'm like, well, why don't you reach out to them? Reach out to them. East Bay, are they sending you stuff for this just little cakewalk? Oh no, but you're reaching out to us. So that's what a lot of when we get asked for that stuff. Who do you use? Have you reached out to them? What do they tell you? So you use them, right? You use them to produce your stuff, but they're not going to donate to your cause. So you're coming to us. Think about that. Like really, really put your thinking head on that. And then when it does come to those things like the donations, the baskets, where I've sponsorships of little league teams, where I've seen a lot of people get upset is they've spent, they offer all this stuff and they're like, I didn't get anything out of it. But you're never going to, well, I'm not going to say never because that's a strong word. Rarely do you get stuff back out of that. Like rarely is somebody sitting at the ball game and they're like, hey, look, Fat Dad sponsors that. I should go give them my business. It rarely happens. We do it because we enjoy the product that's being produced. They're out there supporting the kids for Little League. Yep, we're doing that. The stuff for Pause for Cause. The stuff for, like, right now we did this stuff for Rescued, and so we'll post about that all month. Here we're helping them out. They use us. We're going to promote them. We donate back. That's the thing. Shelters. Us. We're big pet people. So anytime we can give back, we don't ever expect anything back out of it. We do it because it's that's something that's close to heart, and that's how you have to look at it. If it's something that's close to your heart, something that you want to align with, something that you are comfortable doing without any return on it, knock yourself out. If you're expecting a return on it, don't do it, because I have a feeling you're going to be sorely upset with that. All right, let's see. How cool was it to make her wish come true? We'll see. We'll see. It is in the camper. I haven't slept in a camper in 20 years, so I'm a glamper 100%. Darren said that mostly the painting, but also I passed that on to Erica. I'd make the stencils, but she'd take forever to paint because super critical. I want to do wraps, but she had resistance, so I started to hate the whole process. Yeah, that was me, the hand painting of stuff, of cutting stencils, putting them on there. And that was, I'm like, oh, I can do a full color decal and print that and put on there, and that sped it up. But then people like the process behind it. I'm like, well, this is why they're going to be so much. And I just like, we can't do it. We started in it was like the spring, and I remember coming to that Christmas, and to us at that time, because this is 15 years ago or so, we were sitting on something like, I don't know, 40, 50 orders of things. And it was just like, okay, the time to produce this, because me and the partner that were doing it, we both had full-time jobs. So it became night thing. And that was like every night of stuff. And it was like, okay, this is taking too long. It's like, okay, it just, yeah, I 100%. Diane says, if you lower your price, people assume your quality is not good enough. Yeah. And I know that we're higher priced on some things, and I'm fine with it. It keeps out a lot of the riffraff. I don't have a problem saying that. Darren says, using the OSG spreadsheet after I put all my stuff in, try and put my margins around 30%. Where do others sit? That gives me some play, still trying to figure out the wholesale side of it. So margins, I'm going to try for, what is it, 100% on things? A lot of that, I don't want to sell something that if I were to have to reprint, redo, that I'm losing money on. Like take a hoodie, right? If I did a hoodie and it's $50 and I screwed it up, I can afford to redo that whole job of 100 hoodies at that price and still be fine at it. That's my goal on a lot of that stuff. Can I redo this? If something happens, can I have this reprinted? Now on the wholesale side of it, yeah, numbers are tight on that because we have to be competitive on things. But on the retail side of it, I like my numbers to be high. I'm not gonna lie. Jerry says, got to run soon. Thanks for your help with the Equid app today. Make good time with your fam, Todd and Corey. We're going to try. We'll have some fun. Like I said, we leave tomorrow morning, fly down to Florida. We'll be at Rhinestone World tomorrow and Saturday. We're sticking in that area Saturday, Sunday. Monday we head back to Port Canaveral and get on the boat and go from there. Jerry says that she's at 32% markup on Darren. And Diane says, I double my cost and sell wholesale, then they can mark it up 35%. There you go. I said, originally I started using my laser to do design because no one else did that. And because I was chasing the dollar, if they wanted it painted, we went there. I'm telling you, chasing that dollar can turn into $100 or it can turn into cents, right? Like, Darren, you get the big laser. We got to get that. We got the plasma. Like, what can we do to get that thing fired up? Like, right now, could you do the simple split monogram letters, the K, right there, P, plank, can you just do those and put a bundle out there and be like, yep, this is what we're going to offer holiday special. I'm just saying, you got the tools, man. I just need to come down and use them, apparently, is what I need to do. All right, we went for a long time today. And you know why that is? Because we don't know if we're going to do a show on Friday. Friday, if we do one, it's going to be by the seat of our pants. It might be an hour earlier because at 10 o'clock, which would be, right now, we would be in it because, it's now 10:30 over in the East Coast. So we'd be right in it if we did there. So we might go an hour earlier if we have it. We might just go live from there and do a little chit chat with people. We haven't decided. There might not be one ever. I know next Monday, I'm going to really try to do one while we are on the road and driving across the state. I've got 2 hours to kill. So why not just do a live there for it? So we can do that. When we back in town, we're not back in town until like the 20th. Like, we're gone, man. Like, we leave tomorrow and we're back in town on 18th, 19th. So we're like 10 days we'll be gone for. We will officially be without internet access from Monday afternoon to Friday morning. So that'll be the sketch time. But like I said, we're going to work through it, and the website should be able to pump stuff out. Printing should be able to still continue to happen. We're going to do everything. We're going to do everything we can to just keep the things flowing. So it's gonna be a good time. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you. Thanks, Diane. We're Disney cruise. I'm definitely filming content because I'm gonna try to run a business from a Disney cruise ship. That's my content creation. I'm going to try and do all the things from there. And I think that's going to be, a good way to, maybe create a business expense, running a business from a Disney cruise ship. I think that's a good clickable title and walk through what we're doing. There's no way I'm paying for the internet. I can't download the files I need to for $45 a day. It's just not there. Like, you can't stream long format content. You can't upload things. So I couldn't do lives. When we have, these million pieces files, those things won't transfer. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. And then we're gonna rock with there. Go ahead, order them up. They're on. If I know, we did the Christmas fly stuff. Submit the quote with your logo, and that way, it's artwork stuff is stuff I can do. On the plane, I can do stuff in the terminals. I can do stuff when we're driving across the state. So send that over, and we can get working on that. But we'll do one next week, and then we're gone. So everything should fly out. So until next, like I said, Friday, we might go live. Maybe go live on Friday. We'll see how it all plays out. Not necessarily a format like this. Maybe if we can do it an hour earlier. I just need to see. We'll know more Thursday night because, if we want to be at TRW at 9:30 their time, that would be 8:30 our time, which traditionally starts. So it might go an hour earlier, 8:30 at that time, which would be 7:30. We'll work out the details on Thursday, because the other thing too is I don't know how the internet is where we're at. Like, how's the internet in a camper? I don't know. We're going to figure this all out. Running a business on vacation sounds like a great little series to have. So until next time, like I said, we'll for sure do some more of this stuff and be able to rock and roll with it. You guys have an amazing rest of your week. Next week, if we don't see you, we'll stop in. Remember, even though we're gone and going to be out of the country, you're going to see 5 to 10 posts per day from me. So you're going to think that I'm still here. Why? That's how we have it set up. So people, unless you know that we're on vacation, you would think we're here because you're going to see stuff posts and there's going to be tons of comments. And that's how you set your business up too. So you have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.